Eyeball? This is your eye. It looks like it's seen better days. Well, I've been dead, so I assume it has. Right, so we're just heading in here now. We're looking for some stairs, really, aren't we? Is there anything down here? Can I talk to you?
Hey, what's eating you, Chief?
No, nothing at the moment. How do I use bandages? You use them. Staunch bleeding and all that. To use the bandages on yourself, right-click on them while on the inventory screen. To use them on another person, first place them in one of your quick item slots, blah blah blah. Thank you. I'm fairly sure that wasn't the accent I had for him before. But alright, okay. Uh-oh. Stench coming from this corpse is truly nauseating. Someone split open this man's chest and yet to remove the internal organs. Let's loot things. Hey then. I'm wondering if I should talk to him or not. Like, I don't want... oh yeah. Like, I don't want to talk... I don't want to not talk to him, but I also don't want to die. Let us save. You save. I don't know what that button means. What this means. You see a slight young woman with pale features. The sunken flesh around her cheeks and neck make her appear as if she is starving. She seems intent on dissecting the corpse in front of her, prodding the chest with her finger. I feel a little bit like I'm cheating by saving just before doing this. Greetings. The woman does not respond. She seems too intent on the body in front of her. As you watch her work, you suddenly notice her hands. Her fingers are talons. They're darting in and out of the corpse's chest cavity like knives, removing organs. What's wrong with your hands? The woman makes no response.
Updated my journal.
Yeah, she's a tiefling, Chief. They got fiend blood in their veins, usually cause some ancestor of theirs shed knickers with one demon or another. Make some of them addled in the head and addled looking too. Oh, I need to find information. Tapper. The woman jumps and whips around to face you. Her eyes are a rotting yellow, with small orange dots for pupils. As she sees you, her expression changes from surprise to irritation, and she frowns at you. Hello? She doesn't seem to have heard you. She leans forward, squinting as if she can't quite make you out. Whatever is wrong with her eyes must make her terribly nearsighted. You... She clanks her taloned fingers together, then makes a strange motion with her hands. Find thread and embalming juice. Bring here to Ivan. Go, go, go. I had some questions first.
Updated my journal.
Okay, I need to find it. I think the dusty chip must be a bit short of hearing, Chief. Let's lay off, shall we? What's wrong with it? Leaf. Right, let's... So it's embalming fluid, which is that. And what was the other one? I really wasn't paying attention. Well, I was paying attention. I just got... No. No. Yeah. Balming fluid and needle. Let's see what we can come across. Oh, that's good. I don't actually need to click done. I can just move off somewhere else. Probably in another room, knowing my luck. Right, where did we come from? We came from here, didn't we? So we've gone around. Oh, we're halfway around. Whoa, whoa. Needle and embalming fluid. So I think, yeah, we may as well. Might get us some more info. That's one thing I quite like, actually, is I think the vision... what we can see, I think, is tied to us rather than tied to Mort or anyone. I think. Oh, I might be wrong, actually. So
I'm gone.
grab you, and both of you.
All right.
Let's experiment. Actually, I have no idea because I can see through a wall. That didn't help. Blood on the stable is still fresh. I just want needles and embalming fluid. Is that too much to ask? Is it? We want to go downstairs though, don't we? Ah, embalming fluid. Door is locked. You'll need a key. I assume the needle's going to be here then. Oh, it's locked, eh? Is there anything around this way? Oh, I was wondering if there's a little pathway here. That would be so useful. Let's look at our journal again. What did he tell me? Memorial floor on the first floor. Oh, okay, so that's that must be up then, I would guess. I must have misunderstood. I need a key. Oh no, I now need a needle. And with our hands, I don't think she needs a scalpel. Don't know if that's useful, but we'll... Ooh, no, this thing. If I can sort out the quest line before we do anything else. No, that's locked. Of course it's locked. I remember it being locked. Oh, that's the third floor.
All right.
Okay, so I do need to go downstairs. I was correct on that point. Everything's on fire. Why is everything on fire? Dustman. Don't want to interact with them, do we? Memory serves. Needle and thread. Go, 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 go. Let's get out of here. Let's see. I don't want to push any further in case because I don't want to interact with these guys unless I have to. Unless it comes out that I have to. And that's a skeleton rather than more stairs. Let's get out of here. I don't like the fact I've been warned about not wanting to be cremated means I don't feel comfortable being in that room because that looks like a very kind of burny place.
All right.
I wonder what she's going to give us now, he says. I'd wonder if it's a key to get to another area. I don't want to talk to the zombies. I don't know what that's going to do, but I don't think it's particularly useful or helpful. Or likely to not get us killed. Which is something I'd like to have in my conversations. The high possibility of not being killed. You see Ivan. She's still dissecting the corpse's chest with her talons. The rhythm of the talons reminds you of something, but you can't quite recall what. Watch her, study the motion.
Updated my journal.
As you study the motion of her hands, you feel a pricking along your scalp, and then suddenly you find your vision swimming, blurring, until you're standing in front of a freshly slain corpse, rigor mortis making a mockery of its smile. The number 42 has been stitched onto its scalp. The zombie is lying on a slab, and you've just finished stitching up its chest. You've placed something inside, something that may prove useful if you come this way again. Keep these things safe and wait for my return. The memory of your voice is an echo, strange and hollow to your ears. You cross your arms in front of your chest, and to your surprise the corpse does too. After a moment, its hands fall back to its sides, and as it does, the vision fades until you're watching Ivan's hands make the stitching motions once more. So we need to find zombie number 42. Tap her, get her attention. Turns, sees you, then frowns. Dumb zombies. She clacks her talent. Fingers together impatiently, and then makes a stitching motion with her hands. Find thread and embalming fluid. Bring here to Ivan. Go, go, go. Or is it Ivene? Or Ivene? I'll go with Ivan. Give the thread and embalming fluid.
Updated my journal.
Without missing a beat, I then snaps the thread from your hands and hooks it into one of her talons, then begins sewing up the corpse's chest. She then takes the embalming fluid and begins to apply a layer to the corpse. Wait. Within minutes, she clicks the talons and turns to face you. To your surprise, she extends her hand and drags her talons along your arms and chest. Are you playing the zombie? Or should I announce that I'm not a zombie? No, we're trying to talk to her. It's not that I'm not flattered, but looks like you have a new friend, Chief. You do need some time. Startmore. As you trace your arms and chest, you suddenly notice she seems to be examining your scars. She withdraws her talons, clicks them twice, then bends forward and examines some of the tattoos on your chest. Who'll write on you? Hivers do that? No respect for zombies. Zombies, not paintings. She sniffs, then pokes one of your scars. This one bad shape. Many scars. No preserves. Wait. A talon suddenly hook into the thread you brought her, and lightning-like she jabs another talon into the skin near one of your scars. It feels barely more than a pinprick, but it looks like she's about to start stitching you up. What's this gonna do? Let her work.
Updated my journal.
Hey! At points. The sensation is curiously painless as Ivan begins to stitch up your scars. When she is done, she sniffs you, frowns, then stabs her finger into the embalming fluid. Within minutes, she has dabbed your body with the fluid, and strangely enough, it makes you feel better. Let her work. This may be the second time in my life I'm thankful I don't have a nose. Ivan puts the last touches on your body, gives you another sniff, nods, then makes a shooing motion with her talons. Done! Go, go! I don't know what's going. I don't know what's just happened. I hope that doesn't like get rid of any more dialogue that, or not dialogue, but any more info that's on like. I don't want to go that way. Can I talk to the zombies actually? Number 506 stitched into its forehead. Examine the stitches. Stitches in circle. Oh, actually, I should probably read it. The number 506 has been stitched onto its forehead and the side of its neck and its right arm. In fact, the skin of the spieling corpse has been sewn up with so many stitches, its skin looks like a bizarre street map. The stitches encircle the corpse, running from its arms, across its chest, up its neck, into the damp mass of white hair. As you follow the crossroad of stitches, you notice someone has jammed a needle into the corpse's forehead. The needle is attached to a thread stitching up the side of the skull. Leave it alone. See if I can find number 42 then. It was 42, wasn't it? 985. Stopped dead in its tracks. Judging from the condition of its left leg, it looks as if it's spawned tomb rot or corpse well eaten through its knee. Corpse is wobbling instantly back and forth. Try to hold the balance. You reach out for the corpse's left arm to help steady. As you grab its arm, however, the corpse suddenly sways to the right, and you end up tugging the corpse rather than steadying it. Chief, you might not what? There is a crack from the corpse's left leg, and the body falls like a dead tree. Its torso strikes the stone flagstone and shatters like a rotten melon, filth and ichor gurgling from the cavity. To your surprise, no one seems to have noticed the corpse's collapse, and even stranger, the left leg remains standing where the body was, as if at attention. After a moment, the leg falls over with a wet thump. As you gaze upon the putrefied remains of the corpse, you notice that its left arm seems intact. It has snapped from the torso during the fall, and it doesn't appear to have been touched by the tomb rot that had spread through the rest of the body. I wonder if I could make use of it. Have I actually got that? Oh no, it's. I have to loot it first, do I? I want to find 42. Like, I want to mess with his stitching now and see what happens. The eyes of the sword are set close together, and the eyeballs themselves are slightly askew. One faces to the left, and the other to the right. You can barely make out the number 257 traced into its bruised forehead. It looks like the corpse has taken several blows to the head, making the number difficult to read. Don't you get dizzy? No flicker of understanding. Right. Let's examine the stitches. Cut them, pull out the needle and thread. Apparently that's the experience. You slice the thread neatly. You slice the thread neatly with a scalpel, then pluck out the needle and pull the stitches out. As you do, the skin covering the forehead peels back to reveal the corpse's chalk-white skull, where, to your surprise, the number 78 has been chiseled. Examine him again. This heavily stitched corpse is shuffling lazily back and forth between two slabs. Although the number 506 has been stitched almost all over its body, the skin on its forehead is peeled back from the skull, revealing the number 78. Seems to have two different designations there. Stare straight ahead, oblivious. Let's do the ones down here. and then we'll meander back this way through places. I mean, let's actually look at my journal. What was it? Yeah, it had the number 42. Okay, so I can just talk to them. Shambling corpse gazes at you with vacant eyes. 821. Anything interesting going on? What? You're not a zombie? Who are you?
Updated my journal.
The zombie's trying to respond behind stitched lips. He has a peculiar half-frightened, half-angry expression. Who are you? What do you want? I'm looking for... who are you? Zombie doesn't seem to have heard you. He looks up and down from you and... What you do here? His eyes narrow suspiciously. You spy on Dusty's? I'm not a spy. I got sealed in here by accident. Can you help me out? Why should I help you? Maybe we could help each other out. What do you want in return? I need you to get a key for me. An iron key to Andara's room. Where is it? A dusty chit has it. He points at his eyes. She has yellow eyes. Blades on fingers. Hold on, I'll be back with... Yeah,
Updated my journal.
If you're caught, don't say nothing about me or me get you in your sleep. I'll be back. Okay, so apparently she's got it. I wonder if that's what number 42 has. So I don't want to necessarily go and bother her just in case. Yeah, some of these have got really weird bits. I wonder if at some point you end up in a fight for talking to them. No, there wasn't one down here. What am I doing? And I can't get through there because I need a key. That might be the key we're after. And I think we've done all the ones in her room anyway. No point in resting, I don't think. I'm sticking with my thought about 42 having... Maybe 42 does have this key. And I still haven't talked about my thoughts from the cutscenes, right? From the opening cutscene yet, have I? My thought is, if we're thinking about it, so you got this beautiful woman. I'm assuming with the first-person view that that's us. And I probably should actually just talk to this one first. This huge corpse is standing silently in the corner of the room, facing the wall. He looks to have been a heavy-set man in his early years, and judging by the condition of his body, he died only recently. The freshly stitched number on his forehead reads 1664. This corpse looks like it's serving as a librarian, for it's carrying a huge stack of books. Examine the books. Appear to be old mortuary ledgers, none of them of any particular interest. As you search through the text, however, you notice a loose page folded between two of the books. You're suddenly struck with the feeling that someone tucked it there to hide it. We'll have a look at it then. The page doesn't look like it belongs with the ledgers, it looks like it belongs in a logbook. The tear is clean, as if with a knife, as you suspect the page was removed on purpose. Read it. Take a moment to read it. It's a list of dead bodies brought to the mortuary and locked in the receiving room. All the entries appear to be recent arrivals. Examine the zombie again. Examine the books again. Yeah. You do another search of the checks, you find nothing. How did you become a librarian? Everything else taken? Says Blanky. So, I would guess that the woman that we kind of held the face of, I would suspect, I'll go with wife. Certainly relative. The fact that she then went all zombified makes me think that she died, and with the pointing at us, I'm guessing it was our fault, and like everyone else was pointing at us, so I assume that we've done a lot of bad things. Yeah. Which might be why the guy who was in the water is then the next shot is him wearing the armor and wielding weapons and threatening us. Might be because of stuff we've done. And he's... And so he's probably seeking vengeance for something we've done. Yeah, that seems to make sense. It makes sense in my head. We'll probably find out that it's horribly wrong in the future. Right. The smell of formaldehyde emanating from this corpse is particularly strong. It smells like it was applied recently, and with good reason. This corpse appears to be in an advanced stage of decay. Her jaw is missing and some of the flesh has slid off her skull, revealing the number 1072. I think you've seen better days. Doesn't respond. Psst. See the way she was looking at me, huh? See that? The way she's following the curve of my occipital bone? What are you talking about? What? Are you blind? She was scouting me out. Shameless the way she wanted me. I don't want to insult him. I don't think. I think you and your imagination need some time away from each other, though. Yeah, whatever. When you've been dead as long as I have, you know the signals. They may be too subtle for you to pick on, but that's why I'll be spending my nights with some luscious, recently dead chit, while you're standing around going, huh? What's going on? Where's my memories? Whatever, Mort.